live at 5. It's Offer Review, and I just wanted to say that in New Zealand and Australia right now, it is April 1st. And so I'm fully expecting a whole bunch of shenanigans today and tomorrow around April Fool's. This was the blog post from last year where they tried to release a character called Brick in the Wall, and they had like a kit. So we're going to get a blog post tomorrow. Is it possible that it's going to be something like this? I know there was a lot of controversy last year where people said, maybe they spent way too much time on this versus the actual blog post. But this is from last year. So I'm just going to make my personal boomer guarantee that I will not be doing any April Fool's shenanigans at all. I know that we've had Howard the Duck and all kinds of other weird stuff, but I'm not having it because I'm back in the day. I used to walk uphill both ways in the snow. We didn't have April Fools. Anyways, not having it. I'm expecting a whole bunch of fake data mines, fake this, fake everything. Just keep that in mind. Whatever you hear in the next day or so is April Fools. Bah humbug. I'm like the Grinch of April Fool's Day. Question about new character release. There's been a lot of questions about this. Multiple blog questions right here. Can you, sir, slow down on character releases? Just had Wong in the mail 2 days ago and Agatha today. So Heartless Doctor Strange and then Wong were separated by 6 days. And then we just got a notification yesterday in the mail saying Agatha is coming. Those usually means that she's coming 5 to 6 days out, which I'm expecting early next week, Agatha. Now, this is a deviation from the normal. Big shout out to Yuletide Bringer, who did some data analysis on how many days apart the characters have been on the different patches. And it's been consistent since the start of the game that we've gotten about 3.6, 3.5, 3.7 characters per patch. And that the amount of days between characters averages a little more than 11. And more data, this column right here is the average number of days between characters. You can see it's been very, very consistent. And what we're having now is an anomaly with characters. Now, I just want to put this out there also. Not only is new characters released, there's a lot of resources that go and get a new release, a new character, plus you have to buy the character or do the events and everything that, but reworks are taxing on accounts as well. I think we had a couple patches or patch ago or so, we had more reworks than new characters. Those characters, those reworks require gold and gear. And a lot of people, really had to struggle with like Ravagers, where that was one new character and a lot of reworks. So keep that in mind. Also, this particular patch, we have a lot of new characters. Basically, we've got 3 characters from the Darkhold team, then Morgan, and then we also are going to get Madeline Pryor. And then that means there was also reworks for Scarlet Witch. There's reworks for the Marauders. So that's a lot of resources if you're going to want to upgrade all of those teams. So yes, to answer your question, can you slow down? Or what is there? A question about new character release pace. It is at a very higher than normal release pace. We had character come out 6 days. The average is 11. So something is up, Scopely. Slow down. Slow down, though. Slow down. All right. Best event since. And this is just want to point out, Reddit is usually pretty salty. And this is a post on Reddit that is not salty. And it's talking about the Cauldron event, which I like. And I want to read this because I agree. I agree with all of it, but the first sentence is, honestly, I'm kind of frustrated with people still complaining, particularly about this event. I actually have not been seeing people complaining about this event. This event, in my opinion, has been well received. Largely, Pocket Dimension's been also well received, other than the communication, but the actual rewards and the gameplay of Pocket Dimension has been well received. This anniversary event, in my opinion, is the best event they've had since Deadpool Chimichanga's event of 2020. Almost all of it is accessible and free to play. You only have to spend $5 for the one orb to complete the costume and a blitz a ton for the website milestones. Yes, you have to participate, you have to play it. I'd much rather be told you have to play more often than normal than be told that you have to spend $1,000. And he's referencing the Thanksgiving event. I'm not even on track to finish the full milestones of the event, but I've gotten tons of gold mats and shards and costumes from the event, and I'm happy. Thanks, Scopely, for finally putting out an event that feels rewarding. And yeah, I've been blitzing and I'm ahead of schedule. You know, you need 6,100 points a day to be on track. And as of right now, recording this video, we're halfway through 7 days of the 14-day event, and I'm ahead schedule. And I don't feel like I've been blitzing a lot myself personally. Now, if you want to blitz a lot more, you're going to get more gear out of the Cauldron store. Or if you just don't care about blitzing, and you know what? You have two options. You can just say, you could just play the game the way that you normally play the game, and you're going to get bonus stuff just for doing things that you normally would do. And I think that's fantastic, including there was a web store part too as well. Then, if you're really bent on getting the milestones, you can do one of two things. You can spend money or you can blitz. And I think this is a fantastic event because you have the option of blitzing or spending money, where we've had some events ever since Thanksgiving where there was basically no way of completing the event through normal gameplay activity. It was literally a convoluted, complicated offer, and you had to spend money. And I think those were garbage. And so I say, yay, Scopely. I really like this anniversary event. This is the way that it's been. I like this idea of blitzing or spending money, not both, not spend money. The Thanos giving was horrible. This event is great. And I just wanted to echo the sentiment of this post here as well. Nerfing Moon Knight now feels Wong. Ooh, I had to sneak a Wong joke in there. I'm almost tired of it. I like it though. Yesterday I watched and really enjoyed the first episode of Moon Knight series. After that, I wanted it into the game and give some love to my Moon Knight in order to play him. I just want to clarify, Moon Knight was not directly nerfed. But then I remember Madeline Pryor is going to be released pretty soon. I know they don't nerf characters, but making Marauders and Shadowlands, anti-Shadowlands is a huge nerf to them. And this is true. One of the main things that makes this there's a lot of mechanics in Madeline Pryor, but most notably is that she gives turn meter to Strife. And so Strife goes early and puts up a taunt before the Shadowlands team can act. And initial testing suggests that Shadowlands is not going to be an effective counter against the Marauders anymore. So that's what they're talking about right there. I know they don't nerf characters, but making Marauders anti-Shadowlands is a huge nerf to them. I know they're not going to rework Shadowlands now, but I really hope that Moon Knight gets a new team we can use him with. He's such a great character in the comics and with a big future in the MCU. And I have not seen the Disney Plus Moon Knight, but the reports that I'm getting in are all favorable. I haven't heard anybody say anything negative about Moon Knight. Please don't mention all the old teams at Shadowlands Skills Counter. We know they are far away from being war meta now and have no use outside of war. They even suck at Blitz, and I agree with this. And so that is that. And then this is a post that I'm kind of changing my mind on. And I wanted to bring this up because I've been seeing this post several times. I see it about once a week. Quality of life, making gear for farming, marking gear for farming. And right now you can heart characters. And I know it's kind of clunky, but I've been hearting characters. You know, if there's a gear piece, you know, like if I need a mystic gear piece, I was hearting like Heartless Doctor Strange. And that way I could find the gear piece. It's very clunky. And a lot of people are saying that sometimes they don't even have a character that they could heart. And they have to just know to go to Doom 3- whatever to find the mystic gear piece. And they're asking for something. Is one idea I've been thinking about is allow us to mark certain gear. Marked gear would then show up with the red flashing borders every time it's available in any of the stores. Okay, this is kind of an interesting idea. So I think this, but I've been seeing this post a lot, so I just wanted to bring it up in offer review. Now, we're going to go to the offer reviews, and we got to look at the carousel here in the web store before we move in-game. Looks like we've got this really horrible, truly horrible $100 offer for 400 teal SBCs and boy, some catalyst parts. And boy, this just seems super expensive. I guess if you're super desperate for Dormammu. I just want to say that I did some testing on Morgan Le Fay, and Dormammu is very good, even against Darkhold, was my experience in playing the full Darkhold team. I'm actually kind of happy with the power levels now. I was punching up because the team I was using was like gear tier 15, 4 reds, and I was playing against 16s and high red stars and 200k punch ups, but still Dormammu is not invalid at all in my playtesting of the Darkhold team on the test server. And then we have another garbage offer right here for $40 with 444 SBCs. Not a fan of that. Let's toggle over to offer review. We're going to take a look at it again. We talked about this offer at length yesterday, where it just seems absolutely outrageous that you can spend $50 and not get the character you want and possibly a 5-star. And the question I posed is, what if it was 6 or 7 stars only? Still, that's not great. It's still way overpriced. I do not like this offer at all. I think it's terrible. We got Heartless Doctor Strange, Destroyer of Universes. I value these orbs at $3 a piece, and I believe this is an Armory 14, which is worth maybe 50 cents to me or so. So this doesn't really add up to $10. Now, this is the proper Doctor Strange orb that gives minimum 6, average 9.3, and it does have a small chance of giving out 180. There's going to be an event campaign starting sometime next week. So get your cores ready. And this new event campaign that's coming out for Heartless Doctor Strange is going to feature a new heroic tier. And we'll have to see how difficult that is. That of mine, I can't remember the level, but it wasn't like level 85 to get in. That their entrance requirements was a lower. I can't remember if it was like 68 or 73 or something like that. So I'm not expecting it to be super, super hard, but we will see. Apparently there's going to be first-time rewards for teal gear on that heroic part of this event campaign. Event campaigns are great. They're great for the players. So getting a release method. Let's move on. Exclusive gold offer. Now I'm flush with a gold on at this time, so I'm not going to be purchasing any gold or because I just got a lot of it. I'm trying to spend it down. But if you need gold, there's a reasonable enough offer. 1.2 million gold for $5. Not a great deal, but it's do what you got to do. Purple gear. I'm not in the market, and I'm not suggesting anybody buy purple gear. It seems like purple gear is more abundant than it was, 6 months or a year ago. And so I'm not in the market for that. I do like this. Okay, so this is the Legacy 2 orb offer. And this orb features characters that came out in year 2, small amount of gold, and some purple gear. And most importantly, it comes with T3 training materials. And so yesterday, a bunch of people opened it, and they largely got, somewhere between 350 to 400 T3 materials for $5. And that is the big advantage to this offer right here. Click on the contents of the orb and see if you need the character shards. There's lots of useful characters. I say like a lot of them are completely playable, good characters. So take a look at the contents and see if that makes a good deal for you. Mega orb sale. So this is for dagger, 75 dagger and a mega orb. Mega orb I do value about $5. And here's the thing is dagger is going to be, according to the data mine, which is largely 90% accurate, is going to be raid store character, and I'm expecting her to be in the raid store next Wednesday. Is my prediction. So I'm not going to be buying this because I'm going to wait for her to be in the raid store, and that's how I'm going to acquire her. Let's move on. Okay, so this offer made me giggle. So this is $15, and over 7 days you get 165 blue ions, and you almost need 400,000 ions to go to blue ISO 3, and this is 165,000. This barely will get you halfway through that. It just seems so expensive. This is not a meaningful amount. Now, the problem that I have with ions and blue ISO in general is that they give you more ISOs than ions, and it feels like you have an ion deficiency. Boy, that sounds like a vitamin D deficiency or something. But yeah, the ion deficiency. But this is still not a meaningful amount, man. If we're going to spend $15, man, give us like 500K or $1 million or something like that. Anyways, crack and snack. Do what you want, but I'm not going to be buying it. Let's move on. Energy bundle. I'm not going to be buying the cauldrons because I am blitzing. 300 energy will also give you 300 cauldrons. Let's move on. I'm not going to be buying cauldrons because I'm going to be blitzing. You get 480 cauldrons, and then you get 300 ISO energy, which would give you 600 cauldrons because that pays 2 to 1. Not going to get involved with that. And then again, right here, we've got 1,200 cauldrons for $10. I believe that there's green energy offers that are a better deal that will give you more cauldrons than spending $10 on this. We'll go over that when we scroll down a little bit further. Pocket Dimension offer. This is better than refreshing the store. If you're struggling in Pocket Dimension, the event is supposed to last a week. It started on Monday, and you're refreshing. It's actually cheaper to buy this because this is the Dark Dimension refreshes, and then this counts as milestones for the successful brew campaign. I wish this just give you like 500 cauldrons, but it just gives you the milestone points. Let's move on. We talk about all that all the time. Not really a big deal. Gold gear for 20 bucks. These two offers are more or less the same. We got that one for the Arcane, and then we've got there for the Miasma. There are hidden offers for every single 13 piece. These are the 13s where you can buy them, 20 of them for $15. So this is not an exceptional, if this was under $15 or something like that, I could get more excited about it. Purple gear, we don't buy purple gear. We don't buy blue gear. So we don't need to talk about that. Gold gear, not a great deal. And then this is a Legacy 2 orb offer. I like the $5 offer because the $5 offer had 100,000 fragments, which is 50 orbs. That's a better deal than this, but this also is the same orb that has year 2 characters, some purple gear, gold, small amount of gold, and it also has T3s. I think T3 is probably the most important thing in there for a lot of people. So again, here we've got $15 that gives you 1,000 green energy, right? That will the ISO energy will give you 2,000 cauldrons. Just saying, that seems like better than spending $10 on that 1,200 up there, right? And then right here, we've got a Red Star offer for $20 where we've got 5 Red Stars. I value these at $1.50 a piece. $7.50 does not even come close to 20 bucks. Trash. I think everything now here is trash. This is okay. I don't buy this because I don't like premium orbs and basic orbs. I just get Ultimus food, but Red Star, I typically like those for $1.50, trading orb for $1.50. So this is what I call a guppy snack, or Goofy calls it a guppy snack. And then I think we're down in the area where everything is garbage. These are just kind of like the regular offers that are always in the store, and they're largely there just to be anchor offers. Let's toggle over to the free-to-play account. There's a couple things I want to talk about over here, and we're going to go through and skip through the duplicate offers quickly, and we will talk about this right here, Dragon's Tooth Orb offer. This is the orb that was mentioned in that Reddit post from the beginning. You get 80 shards of very relatively new characters. I mean, there's a couple bad ones in there, but mostly of the 80 shards, for me, I got nothing that was Ultimus food. I was very lucky. But take a look at the contents of the orbs in the Cauldron store. You can hit orbs and you can take a look at this. It's a good orb for $5. I feel like I got my money worth. And then also by opening the 4 orbs for the event, one comes in a calendar, one comes in the milestone, one was in the log-on for the 4-year anniversary of Marvel Strike Force. If you unlock, if you get all 4 orbs, then you have access to a choice between the anniversary costume that we got last year for Nick Fury or this year's anniversary character, which is Black Bolt. So a costume is tied to that. All right, let's scroll and see if there's anything else here worth talking about. I don't think so. I think we're coming at the end. All right, we got $10 for 60 Heimdall. No, $5 at most. Same thing. We've got Thor. Not great. And tomorrow there's going to be a blog post. So I will be on Twitch a little bit earlier than normal. That comes out 2 hours before the server reset, 2 hours before offer review. I'll be doing that. And I'm hoping it is not a April Fool's joke, that they spent a lot of time on it. If I think about last week and the lack of communication on Pocket Dimension and how it came late and it didn't even have translation to other countries, it was only English only. I would hope that Scopely is investing their time in providing a good quality, well thought out blog post rather than an April Fool's joke. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching. Keep on gaming.